Hello, my friends. Welcome back. How are you? I hope doing okay. Come on, let's go read the inspiration for the day. This year, I did not live 365 days. This year, I fought 365 battles. Some that I lost, some that I won. Some days were very good. Some days were terribly bad. I learned that in order to rise, I had to fall. To grow, I had to heal. To feel happy, life had to be painful. I learned that nature would not take anything less. This was definitely a year of spiritual awakening. I realized not all things matter in life, but the things that do, I must hold on to. This year, I warred with myself. Above all, this year, I survived. That's Rashi. Y'all ready to see what I've been up to today? Let's go. This right here is a coaster mold. It says, "This home is blessed." It doesn't have a hole in it, and I want a hole because we're going to make this out of a Christmas tree ornament. So, we're going to use one of these little nibs here that I got off of littlewindows.com. And this is my first time being able to use one of these. So I'm super excited to see how they perform. So I picked out the size that I wanted, and I think this one right here is going to work out just fine. The directions say to just push it into your mold and it should suction cup to it. So that's what I did. So it looks like it's on there. Now I'm going to spray my mold with a little bit of alcohol, and I have, oops, the little nib slipped out, but the directions did say if that happens, get something, make it wet. So I figured the alcohol would work. And I put that alcohol on there, and it looks like it's on there. It doesn't seem to be coming off anytime soon. Okay, I mixed up about 30 milliliters of Let's Resin epoxy, and I poured some of it down into my mold, and I ran my heat gun over it, popping any of those surface bubbles. Now I'm taking my little tool here, and I'm just going through, you know how you have a design down in the bottom of your mold, and the resin likes to form bubbles around that design? Well, that's what's going on in there. So I'm just taking my little tool here, and I'm nudging those bubbles and rocking them so that they can float to the top, and I can get rid of them. So that's what I'm doing right now, just taking my time and going around the mold and making sure that I get all those bubbles to the top. So that way, we can go ahead and take care of them. All right, now I got this disco glitter right here, and I want to drop a little bit of it down into my resin just to give, a little bit of glitter look to our Christmas tree ornament. And I'm just going to push it around in there and make sure that it's even throughout my little mold here. Now I've got some little embellishments here. They're Christmas embellishments. And they have little candy canes, little Christmas trees, little Santa Claus faces. Let's see what else is in there. Little snowflakes and little Christmas presents. So I'm just picking some of those out and dropping them around in the mold there. Now I'm done with that, and I'm taking my heat gun, heating it up, popping any of those surface bubbles, and I'm going to let it cure. And I took you down to give you a little peek at it. Okay, we're going to cover it, and I'll see you back when it's cured. Okay, we're back, and it's cured. Our little nib, it's doing just fine. It's hanging on. So I have some more resin here, and I divided it into 2 cups, and we're going to drop in this holographic blue and holographic pink glitter. I'm pretty sure everybody likes, different colors for Christmas. And I've you know, I've went the traditional way with my tree. I've went, you know, you think of it, I've done it with my Christmas tree. But I tell you, some of my favorite colors to use when I'm decorating are these right here. I love that pink and blue and green and red. You know, I just love those colors in Christmas tree ornaments. I think they are so cute and so girly. But I'm going to use those colors for my Christmas tree ornament here. And I'm taking some of this clay right here, and I'm just going to, I rolled it up to make it look like a little worm. And I'm just going to zigzag it back and forth until I get it from the top to the bottom. And this way it will divide my colors. So I don't want my pink and my blue to mix. So this is how I'm going to keep them separate. I have to make sure that I keep it high enough too so that the resin doesn't go over it, you know, on either side. We're building a dam, you know. Okay, I don't have it straight, so let's move it. I need to get it kind of even on each side. And I know it won't be perfect, but we're going to try to get pretty close. Okay, I think I like it right there, so I'm going to go ahead and push it down. And now let's go ahead and stir up that glitter into our resin. I mixed up 30 mils of Let's Resin again, and it's about 15 in each cup. I'm making sure I scrape the sides of the cup and the bottom of the cup really well. Now we're going to let that sit for 5 minutes and degas. Okay, we're back. I'm going to spray the mold with a little bit of alcohol. And now we're going to go ahead and drop those colors in on each side. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. I've been so busy today, so busy. And I'm trying to get my video out, and I got church tonight. So I'm really pushing the limits here, you guys. But I'm determined to make it. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to pour. All right, this is not cured, but we're going to go ahead and take that clay out of there because I don't want it to fully cure in there, because if it does, it's going to be really hard to get out. So we're going to go ahead and remove it now. Okay, I got it out. Now what I want to do, if I can, I'm not sure if I let the resin cure too long, I'm going to try to take my heat gun, heat it up a little bit to try to get that gap closed. So that's what I'm trying to do. The resin's moving, but the glitter's not. So I'm going to spritz a little alcohol on it. And now I'm going to put that heat on it a little bit more. I'm trying to get that glitter to move in close to each other. And it's moving a little bit for me, but it's not completely there. And I'm scared to keep putting so much heat on it. So I'm going to have to stop there with the heat. I'm going to spray a little bit of alcohol on it. And we still have a bit of a gap there. You see it? And I'm scared to mess with that heat anymore. So we're going to go ahead and take this green holographic glitter, and we're going to drop it in that gap. Right like that. And I'm just going to take my silicone tip brush here and kind of sweep it in a little bit. And then I will get the excess glitter out of it after it cures. Okay, we're back and it's cured. Now I'm going to spray a little bit of alcohol on that, and we're going to go ahead and take this Let's Resin Epoxy, and we're just basically going to dome the back of that. I'm going to use my heat gun, popping in those surface bubbles, spray it with some alcohol, and then we're going to let it cure, and I'll see you back. Okay, now this is cured, so now it's time to demold it. Let's turn it over and see what it looks like. Oh, it's cute. It is cute. I'm not too excited about that, our little dam there. You know, you can really see it, but we're going to fix that, so don't even worry about that. I need to get this little nib out of here. I keep calling it a little nib. That's really not the name of it. The name of them are hole makers for resin. I'm just going to take my little tool here and I'm just going to push on this end and try to grab it from the other, so that way I don't damage it. Uh-oh, I let it go. I got to be quick. There we go. Yes, that was so easy. It came right on out of there. It didn't damage my little hole maker. And now we have a hole. Right there. That is so neat. I love these things. That is awesome. Okay, now I'm going to choose a color to bring out our saying on the front of our coaster here. It's really a coaster, but we're going to make it into a Christmas tree ornament. And it says, "This home is blessed." I think black's going to look the best, you guys. But there's so much on there because it's got some little designs in the front of it too. We're going to get my my big paint container out. And I'm going to squirt some paint on there. I'm checking out the edges, making sure there's no bubbles on it. And you can see all my little embellishments, inclusions, either or, on the outside of the rim of the little coaster there. Okay, here's the black that I'm going to use. And I'm just going to put a few little squirts on it. And then I'm going to grab my little tool that's got the silicone tip on the end of it. And I'm going to brush that paint over the top of it. And this is not the color. This is just what I chose to give us something wet. Because we're going to put some glitter on the front of here. And you can use all kinds of things, I'm sure, to make it wet. I didn't want to use anything like Mod Podge or anything like that because those are sealers and it would make it sticky. So I, thought paint would work the best. And now I'm just scraping off that excess, which is not a lot because I didn't put a whole lot on there. And now I'm going to brush off the paint. But I'm not going to brush it off too much because we still want it to be wet in there. And now there's a few places that when I brushed through there with the paper towel, it took off too much. So I'm going to take my little paint thing here and I'm going to squirt some more paint in those little areas. And I sped this part of the video up a little bit so we can, because all I'm doing is putting this paint on here and we're going to throw some glitter on it. And there was only a few areas in here that needed a little bit more paint. Not all of it needed it. But can y'all see the little design that's around the mold too? This coaster set, it was like a coaster set. I believe all the coasters said the same thing. I got it off of Temu. And when I purchased it, this, I was thinking, oh, that would make a cute Christmas tree ornament. So that's why I only purchased one out of the set. Okay, now we're going to take that holographic green glitter, and I'm going to douse the coaster with it. And then we're going to let that sit. I'm going to take a paper towel and kind of press on it. And now we're going to put some more glitter over that. And now I'm going to let that dry. We'll set it down and let it dry. And I'm going to take my glitter here and put the rest of that right back in my container so I don't waste any of it. Okay, I'll see you back when it's dry. All right, it's dry, and I brushed all of the glitter off of there. Now we're going to take these Q-tips here, and I'm going to squirt them with some alcohol, and we're going to clean up the front of the mold. Or actually, it's not a mold anymore. We're going to clean up the front of our casting. All right, now there it is, and we've got all the paint off of it. It looks beautiful. What do you guys think? Do you think it's pretty? I think it turned out fabulous. And I love how the back turned out too. It looks like paint dripping. Okay, now we need to decorate our Christmas tree ornament. I picked out some bells and some little pieces of candy, and here's some string we're going to run our candy through. And I put one of the Christmas tree hangers on it too. Okay, those little bells won't fit on my little hanger there, my little Christmas tree hanger. So now I'm going to have to take one of my rings here, open it up, and drop those bells in it. I'm pretty sure we can get, we'll just do them individually. I'm going to go ahead and close our little hanger up, and then we'll individually put them on there. And there they are. I did one of each color, green, blue, and pink. Now let's take the little, oh goodness, what's the name of those things? It's an eye pin screw. Okay, I'm just measuring from the, where the hole is at to the bottom, and that's where we're going to put the eye pin screw in at. So that way we'll have them even. And I'm going to mark it. And I'm going to put an extra little mark on there. And now I'm going to take my little tool here to make my holes with. I also got this tool from littlewindows.com, and it is wonderful. It's spring loaded. Okay, I think we probably have it made. I'm going to run it through there a few more times just to be sure. But I don't want to make it too deep. Okay. Now I'm going to take the little eye pin screw. And I'm going to see if it can fit in there. So now I'm going to get my little tool here, my little pliers, and then I'm going to open up my UV bonder, which is by Let's Resin. And I'm just going to put a little bit on the tip of my screw there. And then I'm going to go ahead and start screwing it into my ornament. Uh-oh. That happens to me so many times. As soon as I get it started, I'm good to go. I think I got it started. Okay, now I can start really screwing it in there. Now I'm going to put a little bit more of that UV bonder on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish screwing it into my ornament. There we go. And then I'm going to wipe up the excess from the UV bonder. And then I'm going to cure it up. Okay, there it is. Looks good. So now let's put our pieces of candy on our string here. And all this is some of the stretchy cord string that you make little bead bracelets and necklaces with. That's all that is. Now I'm going to take one of these little things right here, and I do not know the name of them. It's got a ring on one end, and then the other end you slip into the stretchy cord like that, and then you squeeze it with the pliers, and then it's on there. And then you have a little ring at the end where you can attach something to it. So I'm going to grab one of my little rings, and we're going to run it through there and close it up. Now we got that side done. Now I'm going to pull the string really tight, and then I'm going to hold it and pinch it with one hand while I cut the excess string off with the other. And I'm going to make sure I keep my hand pinched down on that stretchy cord. And then I'm going to grab that other little piece, and I'm going to squeeze it on there right like that. And now I'm going to squeeze it with those other pliers to make sure I got it crimped down on there good. There's some kind of little crimpers. So now we need to get our bells attached to the bottom. But let's take a look at it so far. Okay, everything looks good. But I need to put something there. We're going to put these two pieces of candy. I chose pink and green, and we're going to hang them right there. And that'll make that part look a little bit better. Okay, now I'm going to close it up. Okay, we got that one closed up. Now I'm going to grab another jump ring. I got it open. We're going to slide the piece of candy through it. Slide it through our eye pin screw. And close it up. And there it is. I think that is so cute. Those candies really look cute right there. Now, you see this big ring? These bells came on it, and I don't like how big that jump ring is. So I grabbed a smaller jump ring, and I'm going to put all of these on there instead of individually putting them on the ornament. And then run them through the bottom of there and close that jump ring up. And I think we're finished, you guys. And there it is. What do you guys think? We made a Christmas tree ornament out of a coaster mold. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let's talk about it in the comment section below. Well, it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.